3, 2, 1. We are live. Oh my God. Hello and welcome, beautiful. I am so happy to have you here today. Welcome to my 3-part mini series on how to break free from binge eating. I am so excited to have you here, and I'm so grateful to you for joining me today. Thank you so much. I know that your time is super valuable and you're a busy lady, so I'm going to make sure that each and every one of these videos is jam-packed full of useful information that you can take away and implement into your life immediately. Let's get started. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Hannah Wilkinson. I'm a women's health and fitness coach and a fitness model, but I wasn't always. So for most of my life, I struggled with body dysmorphia, disordered eating, and self-image issues. And it was a long journey for me to recover it. So I basically just spent years stuck in this cycle of complete starvation and malnutrition. I would just go for periods of time where I would barely even eat. And then that would lead to secret eating and binge eating, which would then only just make me feel worse about myself, and I'd go straight back into that cycle of starvation again. And for years, I just completely hated my body, and I hated what I perceived as a complete lack of self-control over my eating habits and just a lack of willpower. And I just didn't have the knowledge on how to deal with it and how to change it. So I spent a lot of years educating myself and learning how to overcome this problem to become the fit, strong, and healthy person that you see in front of you today. But my recovery journey did not happen overnight. It began with me completing a degree in psychology combined with abuse studies, where I specialized in self-harm and eating disorder. So that, along with a lot of self-improvement and personal development courses, just completely transformed my mind. And then I went on to study fitness and nutrition, which then helped me to transform my body. So it's definitely been a long journey, more than 10 years. But now I'm on the other side, and I'm just on a mission to help as many women as I can to change their lives as well. One of the biggest problems that I see with the women that I work with is in some form this cycle of starvation and binging. And it's something that, quite honestly, I see most people do it at various extremities, like varying extremes. Just comment below if you can relate to this. I just want to know how many people are on the same page as me with this. So Monday comes and you're like, oh my God, Monday, new Monday, new me, exercising, eat clean. And you're like, this is it. This time I'm going to do it properly. You're super motivated, super pumped. Give me a comment if you've been here before, yeah? We all start that way. And then a few days will pass, or a few weeks, and your sort of motivation will start to fizzle out. And maybe you'll skip a day in the gym, or maybe you'll eat a naughty treat. Maybe there's some chocolates or biscuits in the office or whatever. Give me a comment if you've been there before. And then you have one little thing and you think, stuff it, I've ruined all of it now. Clearly this just isn't for me. I'm not cut out for this. I don't have any willpower. I've ruined everything by having this one treat. And then you go out and completely sabotage yourself and eat a whole pizza or a whole bag of family-sized M&Ms or whatever it is, whatever your food of choice is. And then you just ruin everything. Let me know if you've been there before, because I know that I've done that a million times before. So obviously this is something that all of us have struggled with at some point. And I, for one, just used to get completely stuck in that cycle of yo-yo dieting and then binging. Let me know if that's something that you've been stuck with before. Just give me a comment. And often you might not even recognize it as a problem because it's something that so many people do. I feel like it's actually almost like a socially acceptable eating disorder to punish yourself and starve all week and then blow out completely at the weekends, because so many people do it. And it comes from this underlying mindset that eating clean is some kind of punishment. And the problem is that we see it as a limitation and a sacrifice and something unpleasant to eat well. So we'll miserably eat clean all week. And then when the weekend comes, we feel like we deserve some kind of reward for that sacrifice and punishment and hard work that we've done all week. And then we blow out and eat loads of junk food to reward ourselves for that week. And it's a terrible pattern. It's a very unhealthy pattern to be in. So I wanted to jump on here today, firstly, just to let you know that you're not alone if you're experiencing this. Like, this is something that I went through for so long. And secondly, I want to share some techniques with you for dealing with this, because honestly, it does not have to be this way. And it's actually pretty simple to change it. It's not easy, but it's simple. So I have got so many ways of dealing with this. Like, I've created a whole course on reframing your relationships with food, and just completely rewriting those stories. So I'm going to give you some useful ways over the next 3 videos on how you can completely turn this around. So the one that I really want to focus on today is just raising awareness around our binge eating and emotional eating, because it's a super important step in the recovery of it. Now, one of the first things that I do in my course is we go through identifying the triggers that leading up to an episode of emotional eating. And we go through basically different scenarios where we've had episodes of emotional eating, and we break it down into how you were feeling just before, any activities, who you were with, what happened in the lead up that could have triggered that episode. And then we go through how you were feeling during and what you experienced then, and then afterwards as well. And what I'm actually going to do, because this is a process that's sort of very personal, so I want to give you the opportunity to work through this by yourself. I'm going to send you one of the worksheets that I do use in my course, that gives you literally a breakdown of exactly what I want you to write. And it's going to really help you to identify some triggers that that lead to emotional eating episodes. So what I would like you to do, I'll email that across to you, and I want you to think about the last time you had an episode of emotional eating and fill out one of those worksheets. And then I also want you to keep a few handy for any episodes of emotional eating that you might have, so that you can take them out almost straight away as soon as you realize, and fill it out, and just see if you can identify any patterns, any behaviors that are repeating themselves regularly, because awareness is the first step to recovery. So I'm going to email that worksheet over to you this afternoon, and I really want you to use this as your first step to break free from binge eating. One of the things that I've noticed is it doesn't matter what program you have, what meal plan you have, what 6-week challenge you do, we all sort of know how to eat healthy, how to exercise, what we should be doing. But the problem is that people just don't stick to it. And what we really need to do is to resolve the underlying reasons and of why we find it so hard to stick to these programs and why we keep slipping up. And we've got to fix that first. Comment below if you feel like that's what you need. Like, you know what to do, but there's just something emotionally stopping you. So that's what this course and what my mission is to educate people on what people are not helping people with. Everyone's got a 6-week challenge. Everyone's got a program. Everyone knows that they should eat healthy, they should eat clean, and they should exercise. But we need structure, concrete action steps, and ways to fix the underlying issues first before we get onto that step. Now, my next video is going to be helping you to solve a problem that I see every single day, which is hormones and cravings. We've all experienced that at some point, right? So I'm going to share that with you tomorrow, and I've got a great cheat sheet for how to deal with cravings. So make sure you join me tomorrow. If you miss it, I will send you out a copy of that video via email. So I would love to have you live, but don't worry if you do miss out. And as always, I would love to have you DM me, message me any of your questions. I would love to help you, and just make sure you fill that out. And please, if you get stuck, please reach out to me. Please help me. Please ask me, because I am here to help you. And just want to leave you with one analogy that I really love about this is one of the sayings that I've heard is, just because you have one flat tire, it doesn't mean that you will go and slash the other 3. So don't let one slip up ruin all of your hard work. Don't sabotage one don't let one little slip up sabotage everything else. You don't have to have a massive blowout and go and slash your other 3 tires or eat a full pizza, whatever it is. That one slip up will not ruin everything. And that's what I'm trying to get across in this video. Just I want to really break that cycle of starving and binging. All right, there is plenty more to come. I will leave it here for today. Thank you again so much for joining me. Please reach out if you've got any questions, and I will see you tomorrow for episode 2.